Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, moviepilot.com, or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just saw Underworld Blood Wars. It is the fifth movie in the Underworld franchise, the third direct sequel. Rise of the Lycans was a prequel, and it stars Kate Beckinsale, Theo James, Laura Pulver, Tobias Menzies, Charles Dance. I swear to you, I'm forgetting somebody. And it's directed by Anna Forrester. Off the top of my head, can't think of anything else she's directed. And if you want to get a shout out next weekend, on my watch list, on my hope to see list is Live by Night, Patriots Day, and Sleepless. I'm assuming, I'm hoping my theater will get all three of them. If I have a choice, the first one I'm going to see is Live by Night. So, in other words, whatever I review first is when the shout out will be shouted. So, stay tuned to the end of the video to figure out how you can do that. You got Celine, and she's on the run from the Lycans because the Lycans want to know where her daughter is. Because at the end of Underworld Awakening, they ran basically. They tried to hide her. That's what she was saying, like in the prologue or whatever, that little ending monologue that she was saying at the end of Underworld Awakening. She got to keep her daughter away from everybody because her daughter's the key, the first pure blood born hybrid vampire and Lycan. And in Blood Wars, she doesn't know where she is. The Lycans don't believe her. Tobias Menzies, who I'm telling you is a hybrid of his own, man. Think Benedict Cumberbatch and Richard Gere, and you got Tobias Menzies, and he's the new leader of the Lycans, man. Like elevated weaponry. They're on some new shit. And she is on the run because if you follow the series and you know what happened to her at the end of Evolution, then her blood is valuable too. And Laura Pulver, who is like the head of, not, I don't think she's an elder, but she's the head of the coven, of the main coven of the movie, it becomes knowledgeable of how valuable Celine's blood is too. And then you got Theo James, who's like her only ally in the whole area, both breeds, and they're basically just trying to survive. This is an entertaining series of movies. They're not the best, but they're not nearly as bad as they get bashed for being. Over this past week, I've rewatched this entire series, and the only one that was a slight letdown to me was Awakening, because it felt like read my Letterboxd review. It felt like it was more Celine against the scientists who were looking for her daughter instead of Vampire versus Lycan. This one gets back on the Vampire versus Lycan track, and Selena is just caught in the middle. By now, man, 14 years in this franchise, Kate Beckinsale knows this character. She is this character. So I mean, she's like Hugh Jackman to Wolverine. Robert Downey Jr. to Iron Man. I thought Theo James was solid. Tobias Menzies was solid. That the acting is pretty decent all around. Nothing Oscar caliber or anything, of course, not an Underworld movie. The effects, like the effects in this series have been so shoddy. I didn't have no problem with the effects in this movie because they didn't try to CGI the inner workings of the rib cage and because there's some transformation, of course, humans to Lycan in human form to werewolf, and they don't go inside the body, and they stopped that profile. You know, when you take your mugshot, okay, now turn to your left. The first like 2-3 movies would always show the Lycan from the side view with the nose elongating and all that. They don't do that in this movie. So the effects in this movie have evolved. I mean, it's a good time. Like I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I would. But at its core, like it's still like the plot has been the same for all 5 movies. Vampire versus Lycan, blood, DNA, on the run. You know what I mean? It brings nothing new to the genre, nothing new to the table, or even the franchise. but it's still a worthy installment. I might actually say that this is my second favorite movie in the franchise, behind the first one. So with all that being said, I told y'all in my Passengers review, a 5 tier, 5 star, 5 name rating system. And in my opinion, Underworld Blood Wars is solid. It's just as good in my opinion as the first three. Like I said, my second favorite in the franchise. I think I would rank the franchise 1, 5, 3, 2, 4. Not even to say the evolution is weak. Like, go on my letterbox. I have 1, 2, 3, and 5, 3 stars, and then I have Awakening 2.5. As this rating, this franchise is solid. So have you seen Underworld Blood Wars? And tell me what you thought about it. Where's it ranked for you among the franchise? And if you want that shout out in whatever review comes first next weekend, man, within $2 million, higher or lower, my traditional weekly shout out question: how much is Underworld Blood Wars gonna make opening weekend? Be the first, be the closest to guess before the results come out Sunday morning, man. Next weekend, like I said, I want to see Sleepless, I want to see Patriots Day, and I want to see Live by Night. If one of those has to get cut, it's gonna be Patriots Day, but I'll still see it eventually. The weekend after that, I want to see, hoping my theater gets The Founder, Split, and Triple X: The Return of Xander Cage. And if one of those gets cut, it's probably gonna be The Founder, because that's the one that my theater is not gonna get. If they get all three of them, I'll try to my damnedest to see all three of them. Tag me in your ticket stubs, no matter what you watching. Underworld, Hidden Figures, Passengers, Sing, Assassin's Creed, Fences, whatever you watching. I'm curious. No matter the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Fuck with me on Letterboxd. Check out the recent videos, man. It would be appreciated, man. Me and my dudes posted an NFL playoff prediction video. Recent Blu-ray collection update, most anticipated movies of the year, favorite movies of 16. It's all on my channel, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Peace.